Welcome back, Boomerites. It's good to see you again. I am King Boomer. Welcome back to the channel. Before we start this next reaction video, I feel the need to point out that I put it up in one of my earlier reaction videos before that one to remind you that if you think you're subscribed to the channel, just scroll down a little bit and double check, because apparently somebody pointed out to me that YouTube has been shaving off subscribers every now and again, and based on the amount of subscribers after I posted that video, it looks like more than 1,000 of you recommitted to the channel because I guess you thought you were subscribed, but it kicked you off for some reason. I don't know what that's about, but apparently that's a common thing that happened. I've talked to a couple other subscribers and they say that's a common occurrence. But if you think, once again, if you think you're subscribed to the channel, just double check below and check the subscribe button to make sure that you're subscribed, because apparently it's kicking people off. I don't know why. But anyway, whoops, my microphone is way far away. I'm looking forward to this one. I actually had to hop onto Embrace the Sucks channel to find this. This is Top Gear. It's called Crew Escapes Argentina. I believe it's part of the Argentina Special. So I'm going to react to that, and it's been on my suggestion list for quite some time. So for those of you who have been asking for me to react to that, here it is. And a lot of you guys who follow this channel follow the guys that Embrace the Suck 21, Daniel and Spencer. They're good guys, and they're from Maryland, so I feel duty bound to tell you to subscribe to their channel too. So hop on over there. Send them some love from King Boomer, because I like those guys. All right, now Top Gear, Crew Escapes Argentina. I happen to know that tensions can get a little high between the British and the Argentinians. Is that how you say it? Argentinians. But because of the whole Falklands War. That's a war that not too many Americans know about. I happen to know about it. Not an expert, but I know of it. And it was a brief but pretty wild war. I liked Ricky Gervais's description of it. It's like holding a midget at arm's length, because their guns could shoot twice. The guns on their ships could shoot twice as far as the Argentine guns. So, but because of that whole Falkland Islands thing, there's some tension between those two nations. So I can see why this could have started, if that has anything to do with maybe Clarkson or Hammond or May brought it up in the special. I don't know, but you know, it's time to find out. So here we go. Let's see what happened.
But there were only a few miles to go to Ushuaia, and there a team of locals had already begun the groundwork for our stadium. They were using shipping containers which would form the framework, and we had even lined up some football cars for the Argentinians to use.
Argentinians, okay, that's how you say it.
But then we received word that up ahead there was some kind of protest about our visit, and the producers decided it'd be best if we went to a nearby hotel.
Ushuaia? What is that?
Who's that lot in the car park, James? Do you know?
Yeah, I've seen them before, but I'm not sure who they are.
Well, this lot are taking a lot of interest in the camera vehicles. What is it?
I don't know what these boats came out of, but they're heading this way.
You know the tensions are high when they're
Are they coming up here?
quiet in the hotel room doing footage.
You've seen the vehicle there with the flag and all that kind of stuff, and there must be about 10 or 15 in the foyer just now. I spoke to the manager. He's a little bit, not a lot that he can do. So I think at the moment, if we all stay in our rooms.
Alright, here's the situation. We're holed up in this room. I don't know whose it is, but it isn't ours. There's a gang. Nationalists, whatever, believe that the Falklands are Argentinian, they don't like the British, and they're in the hotel I'm stuck in here and we don't know what's going on.
The protesters consisted of some Falkland War veterans and their associates,
Uh-oh.
who said that if we didn't stop filming, there would be trouble. The
Uh-oh.
arrival of the police made us realise this was no idle threat. The head veteran accused us of putting a fake number plate on the Porsche that was a deliberate reference to the Falklands War. Our producers tried to explain it wasn't fake and that it would be replaced for the game of football, but they got nowhere.
Are you saying we got to get the hell out of Tierra del Fuego?
Absolutely.
We're being ordered to leave Tierra del Fuego, yes?
We are. They want us as people out.
Oh, shit.
We have just been ordered out of Tierra del Fuego, ordered out of effectively Argentina.
That's crazy.
We haven't had any animosity whatsoever in the whole trip. Everybody's been perfectly decent, very charming.
All we wanted to do was come here and play football. And what's happened is,
They look a bit older in
The
these
producers
clips.
said it would take 24 hours to organise the departure of such a large crew. But even though the police were present, the veterans said a mob was on its way, and that there would be violence if we weren't gone in 3.
In 3 what, days or hours?
Right, guys, everyone grab a bit of equipment, please. Everyone grab something, okay?
can we get an escort?
This is wild shit.
Meanwhile, the 3 of us, who were the main target for the protesters' anger, were still holed up in our room.
Now we've been doing a lot of the Butch Cassidy stuff on the way over here. Come on. This is Butch Cassidy for real.
Guys, everyone in the cars.
With 4 tons of equipment loaded into the cars, the 31-strong film crew headed out of town.
They're on your tail, Dev. Keep it tight in the rear. Yep.
And soon, darkness fell.
Oh my god.
Everybody just remain cool. The main thing is just to keep this convoy rolling.
A police escort would take them 184 miles to the border town of San Sebastian, where they'd cross over into Chile. And since the protesters' demands had been met, the crew hoped they were out of danger. But a short while later, they realised they were not alone.
Bikes behind the star cars. Bikes behind the star cars.
So this is... Oh, no! No. Okay, hold on. This is... Let me cut this off. Okay, so... No. It hit an in-betweeners video. Hold on, guys. I got it. Alright, so... Okay. Now everything's good. Yep. Okay. Here we go.
Can you reiterate that they're outside?
They're looking for the Porsche.
This is fucking
So we've
crazy.
got silver car just coming up there, cruising down the rear of the convoy. Make sure everybody's windows are open, doors are closed.
On the only road in the middle of nowhere with no phone signal, the crew were being hounded.
They're going to be aggressive.
Then, just outside the town of Tolowin, the police told the convoy to pull over and prepare for an attack.
What?
We have to move as fast as we can whenever they tell us.
Guys have pullovers or something, put them on the window and close the window so we have protection.
By all means, nobody stops.
As they drove into town, a large mob was waiting.
The people on the left, a lot of people on the left.
So all these people are waiting for them?
They're everywhere.
And they were organised.
And there's a truck slowing us down too.
The truck blocking the right-hand lane.
It's too slow. That's a deliberate truck just put there.
Wow.
Getting things thrown to me now.
The first couple of hits were from eggs. But then, the rock started.
Stuff logged us.
That's crazy.
Drive.
Fine, you're right. Look at this lot.
Put down. And then give me the jacket.
Wow.
Keep on going, right, ready?
Keep going.
What's this?
Damn, you almost ran him over, dude.
Go left, keep going, now floor it to the right,
Going. Hope everybody else moves.
Keep calm. Round, left.
Don't get out of the vehicles, that's for sure.
That truck wants to go. Keep calm. Carl, pull in front of us.
We've had our driver window smashed in on B. Starting through the side window. I've been hit, but I'm okay.
Out of town, the crew, two of whom had been hurt, pulled over to repair the multitude of smashed windows.
Alright, let's have the help down on this one now.
And because they were a magnet for trouble, they had to abandon the Porsche, Ford, and Lotus.
Oh, they had to leave the cars behind?
Guys, everyone keep up. Let's go.
That's
Back on the
insane.
move, they were now heading for the much larger town of Rio Grande, where they were told a mob in some 300 cars was waiting.
Oh my god, so it's not even over. Holy fucking shit.
Yeah, can we get on the phone to an embassy? Negative. We've not got any signal on our sat phone. We're still trying.
Fearing for their lives, the crew abandoned the road and headed cross-country towards the river border we'd used earlier.
But they're going straight through. The border is totally closed. We know that. There's a metal bar across the road on the Argentinian side, and we realise we will be crossing it illegally. There's a metal gate on the other side, both of which we could cut and go through.
With the police escort hanging back to make sure the attackers hadn't spotted the ruse, the convoy made it to the river, where a few hours later daylight revealed the viciousness of the attack.
Fuck, dude. Good thing Argentina doesn't arm their citizens.
This time there were no diggers or trucks to help ford the river. But after many hours of struggle, our team made it across.
Like they just escaped
And into the
a war,
welcoming
man.
arms of Chile.
Chile. Yeah, I'd be happy to see him too. Holy cow. That's insane. All that because they're still angry about the Falkland Islands. That's some wild shit right there. I'm glad they made it out. Let me know in the comments, because, you know, this is the only, thanks to Embrace the Suck 21, this is the only version of this that I could find. But in the beginning, what were they said they were trying to play football and had like a stadium set up made out of shipping containers, it looked like. I mean, let me know what that was about. But as far as what I just saw, that's insane. That is some wild shit, man. Yeah, that was a crazy, brief and intense war. And obviously the Argentinians are still angry about it. Now, I don't know what they would want to do with islands that are 1,000 miles off their coast and only contain citizens of the UK. I mean, there's no Argentine citizens there, at least that I know of. But you know, just to have, you know, all that over some tiny islands in the middle of the South Atlantic seems a little over the top to me. I mean, maybe you know, it would be good if you put if some of I mean, this is a heavy UK following on the channel. Some of you guys could let me know how you guys feel about that whole situation, to hear your perspective. I'm just telling you, you know, from an outsider looking in, that over those islands, it's pretty ridiculous from my point of view, but it's especially ridiculous from the Argentine side. I mean, you know, there's none of your citizens are on that island, and you're still angry about, you know, and you still want them when there's, you know, almost nothing there. At least that's my opinion. Maybe I'm wrong for thinking that. I don't know, but you know, I'd love to start reading some comments below about that. But as far as the Top Gear crew goes, I'm glad they made it out, and that was really intense. And I'm just glad that at least as far as I know, I don't think Argentina Arms allows their citizens to carry firearms. So that's a good thing, because if they were that angry, where they had crews set up on different parts of the road to ambush them, then just imagine if they had firearms. It would probably cause an international incident that we'd still be talking about to this day. I mean, hell, some of you are talking about this to this day because you guys asked me to react to it. So it was very interesting, though, and I'm glad that he said like 2 people were hurt. I don't know. I hope they weren't hurt that bad, but some of the damage to the vehicles was pretty gnarly, and they had to abandon 3 of their best vehicles because of that whole fiasco. That's some wild shit, man. It's not your normal reaction on the King Boomer channel. You know, usually I think I try to react to things that are funny, but you know, I can see why you could find a couple things funny in there, but most of it was just like intense. Like, wow, what's going to happen next? But I did enjoy that, and I'm glad you guys told me to react to it. Anyway, I could not find a Vietnam Top Gear thing to react to that you guys have been asking about too, so let me know in the comments too about that, if you guys can find that, because I looked and I couldn't really find. I found one, but I wasn't sure if it was the right one, so I held back on doing that and did this one. But let me know about that. Anyway, like, subscribe, do whatever you guys want. I hope everybody's doing okay, and you all have a lovely day and a lovely week. Peace out, Muppets.